Welcome to the Success Talk Show, the podcast for ambitious leaders who want to get their best results and create a workplace for their teams to thrive. Each week, we share practical advice to help you accelerate your success and grow as an inspiring leader. Now, here's your host, Leadership Success Coach, Donna Siriani.
Hi, this is Donna Siriani, Leadership Success Coach, and today I want to share with you a couple of tips that will make all the difference in the world with helping you to accelerate your success as a leader. And I want to start by sharing with you an analogy that I love. If you've never skied before, or even if you have, think about if you showed up at the mountain and instead of taking lessons, getting your fundamentals, mastering your basic skills, you went right for the chairlift or right for the tram car and went straight to the top of the mountain. Well, what do you think would happen? You'd get to the top of the mountain, and before too long, you'd start feeling lightheaded, you might get a bit of a headache, and you'd be foggy brain and you wouldn't be able to really make any clear decisions. So to alleviate that, you would have to go back down to the bottom of the mountain and you'd have to acclimate. So I always look at leadership as just like that. You've got to do the basics, and once you master the basic skills and get the foundation for yourself, then you'll really be able to accelerate your success. So think about this. The more you're self-aware, the more you have self-confidence, the more you know where to put your energy to get your best results, the faster you're going to be able to accelerate your progress. So as a leader, if you don't have that for yourself, it's going to be very difficult for you to help the members of your team do the same for themselves. Really? Because if you ever worked for a boss that wasn't self-aware, they really didn't have the self-confidence, they didn't really know how to get their best results, really hard to take coaching and mentoring from someone who really can't even help themselves do the same. So, a couple of tips I want to share with you today to get you started. And maybe you've done some of these before, but I'm going to give you a couple of tips you could really focus on over the next couple of days. So the first tip is to get clear on your top 5 strengths. I encourage you to take the Strengthsfinder 2.0 assessment. Really easy. You can get the book, Strengthsfinder 2.0 by Tom Rath. You can get it at either Barnes & Noble or get it off Amazon. And in the back of the book is a little red envelope with a code. And that code is what allows you to take an assessment online and to get a report that will show you your top 5 strengths. It'll be customized just for you with lots of good information. I can tell you more about that later, but the first step is just take the assessment. The second tip is once you have those top 5 strengths, the next thing I want you to do is think about what activities represent those strengths that really allow you to do what you do best, get your best results, that you might even love doing every day. So for example, some examples of strengths could be you're very futuristic, strategic, you love to learn. It could be you have self-confidence, you're good at influencing others, good at building relationships. It could be that you are able to be very consistent and deliberate, take your time when you're making decisions, be very thorough. Whatever comes up for you, those top 5, the more you can put your energy and focus on those strengths, the faster you're going to be able to accelerate your progress. Okay? So think about everyday activities you actually love to do. Catch yourself doing something where you know you're getting the best results. What are those activities? Okay? And be as specific as you can be. I'll give you an example for myself. I certainly love coaching, but I don't coach on everything. I don't coach on romance or finance or health. I coach on leadership success, career growth, and helping you build a successful organization. So be as specific as you can be. The third tip is to write out 1 to 2 sentences of what you most want to have be top of mind about you. So if somebody were to think about you, what do you want them to, come to you for help for? If there was an opportunity, a new assignment, a new role, maybe a new client, what would you want them to bring to you? And it's really important to be deliberate about that. So I'll give you a couple of examples of what a couple of clients of mine have said recently. One really loves solving complex problems. Loves it. Would love for other people in the organization to see her that way so that if they need help, they need coaching, guiding, mentoring, or they need her to roll up her sleeves and help, they would come to her with a juicy, complex problem. Another person really wants to be known as somebody who coaches and mentors the people on their team to help them love what they do, be successful, and advance their careers. So those are just a couple of examples. So what do you most want to be known for? If you think about what people come to you for every day, what do you wish you were attracting, right? Are there particular assignments? Is there a particular role you have in mind? Certain type of work you love to do? So be deliberate about that. Write it out and ask yourself, how does this play to my strengths and the activities that I love to spend time on? So those are 3 quick tips. Now, once you do these things for yourself, right, once you gain this level of clarity, then you can help your team do the same for themselves. But again, my whole philosophy is you do need to have these basics, be clear about what you're good at, where you make your biggest contribution, where you should put your attention. And once you have that clarity for yourself, then you can start helping your team do the same. Okay? Now, if you'd like to take this even a step further, I've created a very quick 4-minute online assessment that will help you maybe pinpoint some other areas where you may want to focus. Just go to altitudeassessment.com. Yes, we're still talking about altitude. We're still talking about acclimating. I don't know if I mentioned, but I was in Colorado last week. I tried to go to the top of the mountain without acclimating. It just never works. You always have to start off doing the basics. But go to altitudeassessment.com. And after taking this quick assessment, you'll get an email in your inbox right away, which will give you your scores along with some learning material and other goodies. And you can see if there's some other aspect of where you're putting your effort that maybe you could pay a little more attention to. Hopefully all those tips are helpful to you, and I wish you good luck.